Are we good now?
Hello?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll start sharing my screen and on YouTube. Then we can get started. Share screen.
Sorry. Are you recording yet? Can we still personal talk or
No, I've not. I want to start recording now.
wait?
Like,
Hold on. Why don't we do it if it's going to be on YouTube? Why don't we put videos? Because I mean, okay. I think I get what you do now. Okay. Don't worry. It's either video or you could be looking at the team being updated.
yeah. But we can do
Okay,
both.
yeah.
Do you want us to do both?
Because what I'm saying so is I think videos kind of personalizes the experience for viewers. Like I know it's going to be tough to maintain long term, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, Sha.
Yeah, we can do video. We can do video. Let's see
Yeah,
how.
but is it going to be maintainable or be sustainable? I say no, man.
When we can do video, when we can't. So yeah, I don't think it's very hard and
It's not
fast.
that.
Yeah.
All right, no.
If my camera. Oh, why is it showing my? Oh my god.
And the thing is that these ones cannot. It's not like can you blur or put background?
I don't think you can.
Ayaga yo.
What's wrong with you? Wait,
As your mother seeing your hair.
what's wrong? It's the same hair now. It's plenty now. That's all.
No, I'm just being dramatic from a Nigerian parent perspective. Like
She's fine with it. She'll be okay.
she gets
No. Should I prefer this one? No. Now you're off video. Okay. See your background though. What's that? Your kitchen sink?
God, that's the problem with all these American houses.
You know what?
Background.
No video. It's fine.
Yeah. But this thing is a flaw for them. Where you can you give them feedback? They should be able to allow you use like a screen if you want to use. I mean a background.
I don't think they've done that yet. Well, I guess in time. It's a new platform, so
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. And then I'll start streaming on YouTube. Hope it works. Cool. We're live. Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of the podcast. I'm Reward as usual, and I'm here with my co-host Cam. How's it going, bro?
I'm good, man. FPL is back. Injuries, price drops, everything. But we're here to talk about it. How you doing? Oh yes, happy birthday to our amazing host Reward. Yesterday he turned 18. So happy birthday. More life, more blessing.
Thank you. And I feel brand new. I really feel 18, so amazing.
Awesome.
Anyways, let's get started. Yeah, it's a new year, it's a new season. Yeah, can't wait for everything to unveil. So awesome. Yeah, let's talk about game week 1. I didn't do so well, but I didn't do bad either. I had 64 points. I went with Henderson in goal. I started with Robinson, Pedro Porro, Trent. Some last minute changes to my team. I had Garnacho.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't pick up Murphy still.
I mean, so I had Garnacho and who did I have? And a 4.5 midfielder. I can't remember who. Oh, the Aston Villa guy. No, the Spurs guy, Begval. I had Garnacho and Begval.
Right.
And last minute when I heard he wasn't starting, I switched to Ahmad and Murphy. Right. And we all know how that went. Ahmad did absolutely nothing. Got subbed. I was even so worried because it looked like it was on the 59th minute, but luckily FPL counted it as the 60th minute. So he got subbed for Garnacho. Garnacho came and gave an assist. I could have scored. In fact, he missed, and I can't. That should be like one of the misses of the season.
Yeah.
He missed an open net. Yes, I was lucky there. And then Newcastle for Jacob Murphy, who I had high hopes for. Fabian Schär decided to get a red card early in the game. And yeah, so Newcastle were playing with 10 men for literally the whole game. So Murphy had to be subbed. So I had 1 point. Classic FPL, yeah.
Yeah.
Jota came through, Saka came through. Isak managed to get an assist, so I mean, I can't complain. Captaincy, I wasn't going to go any other place, so I don't regret that. Haaland, I expected more against Chelsea, so 7, not bad.
Okay.
But I don't have Salah, so that was the risk I was willing to take. Because now in game week 2, of course, we'll discuss why we need Haaland in game week 2. And then Solanke decided to do absolutely nothing for 90 minutes. So, and now he's injured. Wow. Back on the 15th of September. Awesome. So now the plan was I benched Nkunku, rightly so, did absolutely nothing. Got subbed early on, I think 50-something minute as well. The rest are useless on my bench. Right. So now I have problems. The plan initially was to roll my transfers till like game week 4, so I can then use the 4 free transfers. But here we are in game week 2, just 1 game week.
Yeah.
And I need to make a transfer because, if I go to pick team, this is my team. You're a United fan, so maybe you can talk to me about Ahmad, but I don't see Ahmad starting, right? So he's a risk in my team. I think everyone else is fine, right? But Ahmad is a problem, and I don't have a bench. I really don't have a bench, so I definitely have to make a transfer. So yeah, that's my story.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think you had a good start to the season. Everybody seems to be hard on themselves. I noticed because we know how FPL has gotten more competitive over the years. So everybody's looking for a quick start. But yeah, I think your team, apart from the Jacob Murphy and Ahmad Pons. With Ahmad, I mean, it could have gone either
Yeah, it
way.
could have gone way better, but for some reason he was. I don't think he played badly, but I feel like Ten Hag. I don't think Ten Hag will start him. So
Yeah, I think he might start, but not to say you should keep him. I
yeah,
think the worry, because we had this discussion just before
deadline.
the deadline last week, where we were bombing on if we should replace him or not, and I ended up going with Garnacho, and the reason for me was because I knew he was going to play one way or the other, and maybe because I'm a United fan, for me Garnacho poses more of a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, Ahmad has played more times. He has had more minutes during preseason, but he has not shown a lethal side. So, I would, if I were to advise you, I would say, you probably could take that point. But again, for all you know, he may have gone to drink Red Bull this weekend or something.
Like Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, and is ready to bomb. But yeah, I think your more pressing scenario, like you said, is Solanke.
Yeah.
Probably leave him there. I think there's an international break
Yeah,
in that period, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think it's the train smash taking him out. If you absolutely need to make a change, it would be between Jacob Murphy and Ahmad. So
wait, you're saying I should leave Solanke?
I have Solanke in my team. I'm not touching him. Okay, you can't change him. I mean, because there are other strikers you could potentially bring in to get you points.
Because this is my team, right? You're saying I should leave Solanke and take
If you go with your 5 midfielders, you are all right.
but
Barring,
then Ahmad. So I need to make a transfer basically.
So you are either taking out Ahmad, J Murphy, or Solanke.
Yeah.
I think it's how much is Solanke again? I think it might be a good shout to get Havertz, although I see he's risen in price. I think it
It's
was
his 7.5. I don't have any money in the bank, so I can't afford Havertz. Havertz got the price rise and it's now 8.1. So there
yeah
goes.
FPL.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll talk about that. Let's talk about your own team. You want to talk us through how many points you had and yeah. We
Sure.
can read through it. Or do you want to share your screen? Which you can
Okay,
just
one
talk.
second.
No, just talk us through your team then, so we don't have to keep switching.
Okay, cool. So I'll just quickly run through, right? My team is pretty similar to yours. Only difference in terms of defense is I had Hall start instead of a Robinson. I didn't have Robinson in my team. Hall bagged me 5 points. Moving into midfield, pretty much same as yours, but I started Nkunku, who didn't cook. Um, I had Ganacho in place of Ahmad in your team, who scored 4. Then the strikers are pretty much the same. I think it was a lesson for me in terms of my decision this season of going with my guts because it was purely peer pressure. My reason for captaining Isak was purely peer pressure. But yeah, I think it's a good lesson to have learned at the beginning of the season. So I'm going to definitely follow my guts going forward. Well, yeah, it was pretty frustrating seeing that game was there for the taking for them. Then they got the red card, which was an unfair red card, by the way. Not unfair, but an unclear one. Because yeah, shouldn't have put his head to
Yeah, he
uh,
definitely he knows better than doing
yeah,
that.
he knows better. So it's what it is. Then on the bench, I'm in a bit of a fix because I was in a fix. I had Quansah and listening to my gut, following my Isaac Wala. And we had that conversation offline.
Yeah,
I quickly swooped for someone else. I got in Mazraoui. I know I might be jumping the gun in terms of
yeah.
transfers we're doing. Then I've got Winks and Barco. So Barco is a problem for me, but not much of a worry for now. I'll just leave that third spot blank. Then we see how it goes. Then overall, I scored 68 points,
Okay.
which in the scheme of things was yeah, I get you. It was a bit disappointing to be honest. But again, seeing the scorecard, like the overall rank, is not so bad. But I'm like, why
Yeah.
should 1.7 million people have gotten it right instead of me? What's going on? But yeah, we'll see how the season goes.
So in case any of our listeners is wondering like what happened to Baco, he's now a Sevilla player on loan. So he's on a season-long loan at Sevilla. If you check
Yeah.
the Sevilla Twitter handle, they're even trolling us like, we've got, sorry guys, sorry FPL managers, we have your player. So
I know, right. And guess what? I put him in my team because of what? You guessed it. Peer pressure.
yeah, but I think I mentioned it when we are having that stream before the deadline, where I said there are a lot of players. But in fact, they just signed another left back.
Yeah,
Estupinian was he was already in training in
yeah.
first training. They signed the left back. Then now they've signed another guy. I can't remember his name. Right?
Cardio.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
from
was like way too many people just for a single position. So it was a disaster waiting to happen. So I knew that. That's why I just dodged it. But then people who had Quansah, who the Anslot era, I feel like the guy he's trying to show his put his stamp on the team basically.
yeah,
Like I said, it was a tactical sub. He felt like Quansah wasn't winning his duels, so he
yeah.
brought on Konate, who won all his duels. And now to top things off, Quansah is injured. He has a knee injury, so he's a
That's
definite.
that's
Yeah,
EPL for you. And again, you gave some gems last week though. Although I didn't listen to them. That's the thing. When I should listen to you, I don't listen to you. So we need to also focus on players that we know are a shoe-in for
yeah,
their teams. Because yeah, we followed preseason and there's a lot going on for at the start of the season. So just sticking to those old heads that we know would definitely start, at least so we get those little points while we see how the season unfolds is very important.
yeah. So for those with Quansah, I mean, he's already dropped in price. So I don't know what you're going to do, but because you can't go, Quansah was 4.5, he's now 4.4, so you can't get any 4.5 replacement if you don't have any funds in the bank. So you your best your next best option is to go for a 4.0 defender, and there are quite a few of them. So I don't think you're missing so much. Okay, I know you went with Mazraoui, but so let's say you did it before the price drop. You could go for Robinson was like the most popular pick. We'll talk about him later.
There's Rico Lewis as well, which
That's another risk because
yeah.
now he's the flavor of the month. Pep likes him. Pep is talking nicely about him after the game. There's a Kyle Walker who's the captain of the team. Is Kyle Walker never going to play? I mean,
exactly. And it's Pep Roulette, basically.
Right, it's Pep. We know who
I'm
Pep
not doing that.
I'll just avoid. There's Quansah as well. Yeah, we have a couple of players who you could go to for the swap. But let's talk about Solanke. Who do you think are the replacements? So let's say I want to take out Solanke. Who do you think I should go for? I clearly don't have. You mentioned if you have the funds, you can go higher up to Havertz, who's 8.1. But if you don't have the funds, I just have 7.5 million, like I do. What do we do?
It's a toughie, man. It's a tough one. But I mean, looking at the options, I think Wisa scored. And La Wisa is always looking threatening. Welbeck was looking like this might be his final season, but he wants to go out with a bang. I would have said Wood, but I think now that it's looking like they might be getting Nketiah, even if he plays in the next game, it might be a tough one. It's probably too early to go Xerxes way.
What? I'm struggling with that one. To bring another one.
Exactly. It's very early to bring Xerxes in. We've got options, but I think if I was in your position,
go ahead.
Excuse me.
No, go ahead.
If I was in your position, Joe, I would go because even Joao Pedro, who all of us were kind of, vying for and like thinking if we should have.
They just brought another striker.
Exactly. Yeah, so we have him dealing with both Rota and Welbeck. So we don't know who is going to start. So in your case, I would definitely only suggest maybe like a Wisa or a tough one.
You
don't want to go with Jackson.
Please, let's don't get me started. The thing with Wisa is I hate the fixtures. So he plays Liverpool. That's a terrible fixture away, and then Southampton at home. That's great, but then he has City and Spurs, so the fixtures are horrible for Brentford. Yeah, so I wouldn't go there. Chris Wood, on the other hand, has really lovely fixtures. He also scored in Gameweek 1. He plays Southampton away, Wolves at home. Well, there's Liverpool in between, but then there's Brighton and Fulham. So those are nice fixtures. Something I was thinking about, I don't know if I have the balls to do that yet, is Jamie Vardy. I know it's a kind of, I don't know. He's called.
To send Red Bull to his house.
But we know who Jamie Vardy is. The guy scores goals, right? I know he's 37 now, but we could tell he only needs a chance to. He could have even scored 2 goals against Spurs. Story for another day, right? But then it's 5.5 million. If I downgrade Solanke to a 5.5, I'm left with 2 million, which I could then probably use to upgrade one of my midfielders if I want Salah in the future.
You're sounding okay in the future. I was about to say you're sounding like you want to take a hit.
The way he's looking, the heat is calling me, but I refuse. I promised myself this season no hits, but
let's try and minimize the hits. I really don't think Solanke is. You need to make that change right now, especially now that we don't see so many convincing options. You could try Mr. Jackson. I did mention Mr. Jackson.
not happening. No, we already saw against City how useless he is. No, never going there. Someone that's really enticing though is Muniz from. I think he's like the obvious choice here. He's 6 million,
Okay.
and then he's playing Leicester at home. That first half against Spurs, Leicester they were horrible. They were pathetic. Like Spurs had, I think, like 13 corner kicks in the first half alone. How Spurs didn't score more than one goal is beyond me. How Leicester came out of that game with a draw. In fact, they could have won that game, but the first half, if we're going by the first half alone, they were awful. Like Spurs were
Yeah.
just having leeway, like they were playing for fun. So I really like the fixtures for Moniz. He plays Leicester at home, Ipswich away. So that's two promotion teams or promoted teams back to back. Those are
Yeah.
lovely fixtures. West Ham, then there's Newcastle and Forest. So he looks like Fulham look like they have the best fixtures for the next five, right? So I'm thinking, yeah, I might just go Muniz. He looks
Okay.
like the best option out of the lot of them. Armstrong is also good. I mean, Forest, Brentford, United, Ipswich, Bournemouth. Yeah, you can go Armstrong from Southampton as well. So their choices, their options is just deciding which is the best one to go with, right? Yeah. But then I don't know if your Zexy starts. I don't know. So I'm just gonna
Yeah,
avoid.
I think he would definitely play. He's definitely going to play. But Brighton away is not an easy fixture. I'm also trying to kind of veer away from that, should I say, fixture as a determinant for some types of changes for me, because I tried that last season. It wasn't ironclad for me. Like you see, so for instance, I'll give an example in terms of defense.
Yeah,
The Premier League is not known for. I think the only team that we could say for sure would probably not concede a goal last season was Arsenal.
yeah,
But aside that, every other team kind of were like open for the goal. Everybody playing with inverted
yeah,
fullbacks. Like the defense doesn't really give that vibe of full priority in terms of coverage in the Premiership. So that's why I'm not like 100% there. But aside that, I think in terms of options for you, for the forwards, like you said, Muniz definitely is a good shot if we are going fixture by
yeah.
your fixed
Of
by a
course.
fixture.
Yeah,
Robinson, like you said, for you in the defense is looking good. I'm actually regretting not picking him because he did look very good, and I don't know why I feel like he should be one to watch before the window closes for a transfer, and he might end up
really.
yeah, he might
Hmm.
end up moving to a better team where he would even be able to get more points. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, before we go away from this point, I just wanted to put this out there. Rogue shout. Doesn't make sense, but I mean, I think Richarlison starts against Everton, and he's just
What are we doing with that
yeah.
information?
Well, hear me out, right? So Everton are missing Brant White and Tarkowski. Tarkowski is now a doubt for the game, right? We saw Ashley Young get red carded because of Mitoma the last in game week 1, so they don't have a recognized right back. The thoughts I feel like Spurs could have their way with Everton. So yeah,
You're right, though. When it rains, it pours. We actually could have used
they don't have
Solanke.
they don't have a defense, so it might be it might be goals galore. But I mean, that's what we said against Leicester, and look what happened. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's my rogue shout.
Okay.
Do we want to talk about Arsenal?
Ah, we
About
don't
Arsenal
we
last
don't
week.
want to, but we have to.
We saw Saka do Saka things. We
Yeah.
came away with 12 points in the last game week. Good stats overall. Yeah, and then Havertz again. I hate to say this, but he's looking like a um, really good asset. But then
Yes.
they face I don't want to call them their nemesis, but yeah, Villa. Can we say Villa cost them the title last season? I think so,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. They lost the season by a point or two, right? So if they
Yeah,
had won,
Yeah,
If they are one, I'm not saying they had superior goal difference to City, but yeah, if they had won that game,
he beat them home and away last season. So I guess they're going back for revenge. So yeah, Havertz and Saka are good shouts, but I don't know how good a shout is that is again at Villa Park. So yeah, I love the looks of Arsenal, but yeah, their fixtures are we can say they are fixture proof, but it just looks so bad.
yeah, this was something I battled with when I was picking my team, because for me, I felt like given their run last season, you definitely had to have an Arsenal forward and a defender,
Right?
because they were scoring, they were defending. But yeah, when I looked at the fixtures again as well, it was a case of these teams they are going to be playing against, like the likes of even Brighton.
Yeah.
The likes of Brighton, Spurs. We all know that Spurs is a war. It's a lot London battle. Man City are going to be up there as well. So for me, I'm just waiting until that game week 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting on game week 6. Hopefully, I don't need to make any or a lot of changes. So I might have some changes in the bank, and I'm sure that game week 6, game week 5 period, a lot of people will be considering a lot of swings as
Yeah,
well.
that's a nice time to also play a wild card if you don't have your 4 free transfers saved. So
Yes,
yeah,
yeah. So
fixtures change for a lot of teams. You could just and the
yeah.
transfer window should be done closed by then. So you know
So everybody has an idea.
exactly.
If not for Quansah and peer pressure now, I'd have had my free transfers resting right now. It's so annoying.
That's FPL for you.
FPL, yeah.
Let's talk about City assets. I mean, we saw them against Chelsea. They didn't look like they were in auto cruise, but they did just enough to get the win, right? But then their fixtures are so good. Like this was the number one reason why I knew I couldn't go without Haaland. Like it was between a Salah draft and a Haaland draft, and this was ultimately what won it over for me because I'm like, I don't want to go without Haaland against Ipswich at home. I mean, I'm even considering triple captaining him, but we'll talk about that later. But those without Haaland, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but yeah. So talk to me about City. Do you think, of course, everyone should have Haaland for this game, but are there other City assets that we should be looking at? Maybe a KDB or Gundogan is back, but I don't think he'll play this soon.
Really?
Gundogan is back. I mean, we know how good he was when he was here.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's going to go in right now. Although, I mean, he should be match fit from preseason and everything in Barcelona. But yeah, I think that's the thing with Man City, right? Like from everyone's collective experience in FPL.
Haaland is just 50% on, by the way. Sorry, so that's a lot.
Yeah, and it's the Salah versus Haaland situation. So that is understandable. But like with the other players, to be honest, I don't see anyone that is a shoe-in. Even if they start, there is no guarantee they are going to finish the game. So it kind of limits our opportunities. But Doku was looking good. I mean, the problem with Doku is his output. That's just his problem. He gets into those good positions, but like I'd have expected he should get some finishing coach. Heck, he has a relationship with Henry from his national side, like from Henry's time with Belgium. Like he should pick up something in terms of finishing.
You know what? You've just given me an idea, right? So if I do, sorry, I cut you short.
No, it's all right.
If I do a Solanke to Muniz, right?
You have enough money for.
I can get a Doku, right? If I sell, if I sell your Ahmad, I could get.
What's that supposed to mean?
This is brilliant, no?
I'm not calling Nkunku your Nkunku. Because as far as we are concerned, Ahmad scored more than Nkunku.
Ignore the comment. But this is brilliant, having Haaland and Doku against Ipswich. Huh. Now I'm seriously considering it.
Oh man, I don't think stay away from the lights. Stay
I
away
should stay away
from
from Doku.
the heat lights. No, taking a hit because you need to take a hit, right?
Yeah. But then I'm getting like I know both of them will start and I know they will do very well against Ipswich. Doku is just 4.8% owned, by the way. That's a massive differential. Huh. What do you think?
It's a high risk, high reward scenario, man. Like if your gut is telling you, I think it's a good shout. I mean, leave my banter aside. I think it's a good shout. Like Doku is definitely going to terrorize Ipswich. And in terms of starters for City, I wouldn't tell you to go near Bernardo because Bernardo is hot and cold. In terms of output, of course, but yeah, he will definitely give that the assist before the assist and whatnot. Savio, I don't think he's 100% yet. We might know better as we go in. Grealish, we know what's happening with Grealish. So yeah, why not? Doku seems to be a shoe on. You probably cannot afford Foden.
Yeah,
So there's
Foden.
no point.
How much is Foden? 9 mile.
9.5.
No, it's way beyond my reach.
Yeah, so there's no point going there. So yeah, I mean, to our audience, you can let us know what you think, but I think the definite shouts for City would be Haaland and Doku for sure.
Or I could do so I could get Muniz and instead of doing Doku, I could do one of these guys to a Vardiol.
Yeah,
Do you prefer that?
that works as well.
And
But
just
my thing with Vardio is going into the season as well. And
yeah,
I don't want to put that much investment in defense, dude. That's 7 million for Alexander Arnold, 5.5 for Pedro Porro.
that's
Then
a
you're
lot of
going to
money.
do
Yeah.
another 6 for Gvardiol now, man. Like it's
Hmm.
not that deep. He does not guarantee me a goal. If it was like a TAA or a Poro that would guarantee you a goal, it's a different case. But if you're not guaranteeing me a goal, I see no reason why I should be paying more than 5.5 for you. And that's
Yeah.
my struggle with Arsenal.
So a rebuttal to that or a counter argument, I could say that from game week 1, although it's just 90 minutes that we have to go with. So, but we could say that from game week 1, TA, like you mentioned, TA, Saliba, Gabriel, and Vadio, they're just almost like you set and forget. So once you have them, you don't need to bother about your defense anymore. Just ignore them for set and forget for the rest of the season because they will always give you points, right?
But how much? So, like, how much do you get? Like, TAA and Pedro, they would give you points, like points, capital letter. But Gavadio or a Saliba, I mean, I know Saliba. I think Saliba is the best. Was the best. I think it's between him and Gabriel in terms of goal contribution. And I mean, Saliba is always looking menacing. And to
Yeah.
your point as well, I did see that Arsenal has come up with this whole corner routine where Declan Rice is swinging the ball.
Yep.
I don't know where
Yeah,
he learned that one.
extremely good at corners. So
Yeah, I don't know where he learned that one, but it's looking good. So for Arsenal, I would understand. For a Gabriel or a Saliba, yes, but Gvardiol, I think I still need to see more
well, you've
this
given me
season.
you've given me something to think about. I wasn't thinking about this before now, but okay, let's see. But then I have to take a hit to do any of this.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Going into game week 2, is there any player you wish you had this game week that you currently don't have?
You know the answer. You know the answer. You know the answer. And the way I saw Salah play, like the positions I saw him pick up, the stats that came out of that game is almost like what's his name? The former coach never left. It's like slots, literally just slot in there. Like,
Right.
I mean, you get to do that's been the core of the team. Like that team has been together. They are a well-oiled machine. But yeah, I think they had the highest XG
Yep.
of the game week. Well, so like it just leaves a
No, no, no.
lot to
Funny
do.
enough, guess who had the highest XG? Random, just guess. It wasn't. It
Uh,
wasn't Liverpool. It
what's in
was
Man U?
was Southampton. They were playing against them.
What?
They were playing
Oh
against
no, they were playing against Temen. They were playing against Temen.
Southampton had the highest XG, funny enough. Yeah, but they couldn't even score. Yeah.
No, but Liverpool were like they were just going. I know the game kind of swung with possession from time to time, but like Liverpool were always looking menacing. Salah could have had more goals. Heck, Jota could have. Luis Diaz could have had something. So yeah, for me, the player I would definitely want to have that I don't have now is definitely Salah.
Okay. I'll go differently and say Son. Because, like I mentioned earlier, against Everton, that literally has no defense. I feel like Spurs are going to face. Ange must be sitting from the draw at Leicester. So, at home with their fans, I feel like he needs to stamp his authority on the team and get those 3 points. So, I see 3 points against Everton for Spurs, and Son might, possibly get a brace or a hat trick. So, I really wish I had Son. But
Okay.
yeah.
How about Madison? Madison looked like
that's another great shout. It's also a great differential because last I checked, he was less than 5% owned. Yeah, so he was just 5.1%. So he's a great differential as well. The game against Leicester, he was so good. You can see he had an expected assist of 0.98, almost 1. So he was really good against Leicester. So, and he got the assist too. Yeah. Madison is another great shout.
Yeah, the thing about Son for me is it's he's not looking like the Son that we've all like come to know. Like I'm not sure if he's being used in a different capacity. He did look like he was getting into some interesting positions during the game, but I don't know if he has lost a yard of pace. I don't know if it's the age thing. But yeah, he's not just giving me that assurance that we used to have with him before. But I mean, let's see. Only time will tell. And this is a good fixture for him to re-up.
Okay. I was going to talk about knee-jerk moves but you already made one. You moved.
It was not a knee-jerk move. It was a necessity.
You moved Quansah to Mazraoui.
And to further justify my decision, he is now injured.
Awesome. Do you think you guys are going to keep a clean sheet against Brighton, though? Huh.
I don't know, right? I don't know because I saw the highlights of their game against Everton, and for me, I felt it was a case of Everton being very naive because Everton did not play badly, by the way. They didn't play badly. It was just them being very naive in defense. Mitoma's goal, good one from Brighton, but like I just felt like Everton could have defended better. So I won't say I'm scared going into this game, but I really think United might be able to pull that off because I don't know what Maguire is on. He's looking like he's primed and ready. Maybe with the other guys coming in. The only concern I have is, we don't know how the likes of Mazraoui and Dallo will deal with the threats of Mitoma and Minte. So even if we're going to concede, I don't think it's going to be crazy. So I know I didn't answer your question, but I'm expecting that we come out with a clean sheet.
Okay.
I'm definitely starting Mazraoui. So yeah.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Mitoma though. I feel like he's the 6.5 midfielder we should have gone for.
Yes. Why are we not talking about him for your team? What are his fixtures?
I can't get him except I sell Nkunku. So yeah.
I was just looking at his fixtures.
I can't get to him. Yeah, fixtures. His fixtures are not. But then I think he can score against anybody really. So I really like Mitoma shout. Anyways, let's talk about captaincy. I think what we should talk about. I know everyone's captain in Haaland, but I guess if you don't have Haaland, you probably go with Salah against Brentford. Brentford at home is also a good fixture for Salah, or maybe his son against Everton. But then if you have Haaland, do you triple captain or not? Quick stats, and let me just put this out there. We've seen that Haaland usually gets hat tricks in the first few game weeks of the season. We don't know. We don't know. He didn't get any against Chelsea. But this Ipswich is looking like a prime. It's looking like a prime hat trick fixture. I don't know if it's just me, but talk to me about the triple captain. Are you feeling it or not?
I am not feeling it because it is too early in the season to use it. It's a good fixture in the sense that it's Haaland versus Ipswich, but Ipswich does not give me that vibe that they are there for the taking. I know Liverpool look like but Ipswich had a good spell or
Yeah.
had good spells with them. They have a good defense. I mean, for a championship team coming up, they had a good a decent defensive record. So for me, I think it might be knee jerk, like just assuming, dude, they're still going to play Leicester at home. Haaland is going to play Leicester at home. Haaland is going to play Southampton at home. So what happens then? So I just think it's too early in the season to use such a powerful chip. On the other side of it, if you want to be one of those people that is going to Steve Jobs it, and what I mean is you just want to get rid of the difficult,
Yeah.
swallow the frog. You can just go ahead and be like, yeah, let's do that. But I'm not on that train.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, because I understand. Because if it doesn't go to plan, your season is basically ruined. Because
Dude, like it's an emotional wreck type thing.
Okay, yeah, I'll probably sleep on it. I'm still torn. Because I always waste my triple captaincy chip anyways. So I mean,
That was what I was going to say as well.
I always
How
waste
many
it.
times do
So,
we get it right?
right? So what's the point? I might as well
How
just
many times do we get it right? But again, I mean, dude, this is the go with your gut season for me, man. Like, dude, guys, if you want to do it, have at it. Why not?
Sure. Okay. Are there any differentials you're picking, or if you had to pick any differentials, is there any differential you're thinking of? We already spoke about some of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say Madison. Like going by what I saw in the first game week, Madison was one of the players that stood out for me. I'm just trying to flip through the entire set of games that we had last week. I didn't really see anyone that caught my fancy. Oh, okay. I would say Welbeck as well. Welbeck from an assister versus scorer perspective. He has two great wingers he's playing with. So I think it works both ways. Him providing for them and him getting an assist. The other thing is we don't know
Who
if he's
starts?
going to.
Right,
Yes, we
but
don't know how much.
Brighton are doing a madness in the transfer window, though. The players
Dude,
are just wow.
Dude, the likes of Brighton and West Ham, I don't know. Like, funny enough that you mentioned it today, I was just thinking about it. I saw some tweet about how much. So, of course, Man United. I saw some tweet about how much we had sold, which is poor, by the way. But yeah, Glazers screw them. And how much in my head I was thinking we should be able to spend. Then I saw how much West Ham had spent. I saw how much Brighton had spent. I'm like, these guys are not sleeping anymore. It's crazy. But yeah, Brighton is looking like one of the good teams for the season.
Yeah, I already spoke about what's his name? Doku. Yeah, I don't think anyone has him, so you can go there if you want. Liverpool, I feel like almost everyone has Jota. Still quite a differential, 19.4%. So he could have scored more than a goal against I think Liverpool play against Ipswich, but yeah, he did. I think he that spot is his to lose. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, yeah. Broke shout again, Richarlison. Richarlison,
Yeah.
Everton. Yeah, you could. That's his former club, so he might be pumped, super pumped for that. So
Yep.
all right. And that I think we've come to the end of the show. Any last words, Cam?
Yeah, guys, I think let's just go with our guts. I think that way you feel justified with a lot of the changes happening because FPL is ridiculous this season. I mean, on the first game week already, we have a major injury to a major I won't call him. I think he's still a differential. That's Solanke. We had the whole cancer situation. So yeah, guys, just go with your guts and just enjoy the season.
Awesome. Until we meet you guys next week, here's wishing you green arrows. Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Bye, guys.